A Texas man was charged in the double homicide case here in Shelby Township. I'm Lauren Edwards with all the details ahead.
Veterans Day celebrations across Metro Detroit, such as the unveiling of this Rosie the Riveter. I'm Scott Walchuk. I'm going to tell you all the amazing events that were happening in honor of those who served our country.
I'm meteorologist Rich Ludeman. Cloudy, brisk, and cold today. A couple of flurries out there. But how about a moderating trend with our temperatures into the weekend? We'll show you the numbers just ahead.
Working for you. This is Fox 2 News at 5.
We start with new details in a double murder in Shelby Township. 2 Metro Detroit men shot and killed in an auto shop after an alleged dispute over a car sale. Good evening, I'm Charlie Langton. The Texas man charged in the murder is now behind bars. And tonight, Fox News' Lauren Edwards live in Shelby Township with the latest in the case. Lauren, what's going on here?
Charlie, I can tell you last week on Friday, I spoke with a cousin of one of the victims who says this was all incredibly heartbreaking for the family, and it was over the sale of a vehicle. Today, we're just learning more about what led up to that fatal double shooting. Take a look at the suspect. We have a name and picture. Now, this is 46-year-old Jermaine Sandles of Houston, Texas. Shelby Township police say that Friday, November 7th, he walked into Star Auto Sales over on Ryan Road and allegedly shot and killed 2 people. Shop owner, 40-year-old Marvan Batoo of Shelby Township and 48-year-old Ghaith Baban of Clinton Township. Police say an employee that day went to the business around 12:30 and found the victims dead inside, immediately calling 911. Also, police say a few weeks prior to the shootings, Sandals had a dispute with the shop over a $3,000 sale of a Hummer. Saturday, he was arrested in a motel room in Romulus. Monday, charged with 2 counts of homicide, first degree premeditated, among other charges. And police believe he was in Michigan escaping charges in Texas.
All his crimes he's committed in the past have all been in the Houston area. So when this new warrant for his arrest, which he's aware of, we believe he came up to Michigan at that time. Now, he also, I mentioned he bought a vehicle from the Star Auto before, and then they had a dispute. He thought it was a lemon. They went back and forth arguing about it. And at a certain point, he just dropped the vehicle off, correct? And just left it there. Well, let me clarify something. He didn't go in to rob. And this was no hit. He went in to kill that man, to kill the owner. And then Mr. Baban just happened to be there at the time.
Again, Sandals is behind bars, being held without bond. He's expected to return to court on November 24th. Reporting live here in Shelby Township, Lauren Edwards, Fox 2 News.
Lauren, tell me where I'm missing something here. You've got a guy from Texas. Somehow he goes to Romulus. He's living there. And he buys a car in Shelby Township? I mean, there's a lot of car dealerships between Romulus and Shelby Township. What's the connection here?
And Charlie, I'm so glad you asked that question, because that was one of the main questions that came up in the press conference earlier over the department behind me. You know, what was the connection? And police just saying they believed he was escaping what was happening, the charges against him in Texas, and came up to Michigan. You know, people had asked, does he have family in the area? Does he know the area? And police, again, investigating all of that, but saying that they just believe he was trying to escape one situation and got into another one.
And this one could land him in prison for life. If he's convicted, we'll let the court decide. Lauren Edwards, thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right, the man accused of shooting another man inside an Almont business last week, also facing murder charges. 32-year-old William Channer III was arraigned Friday on several counts. He's accused of killing Logan Welsh last Wednesday morning at Trim's Unlimited. That's on Van Dyke. Now, after the shooting, he allegedly led police on a chase until he crashed and was shot during his arrest. Channer is facing first-degree murder charges and gun charges, and he's currently being held in jail without bond. Today, we honor America's heroes, the brave men and women who have served in the armed forces. And across the country, folks are marking the holiday with parades and ceremonies and service projects. In fact, President Trump and Vice President Vance thanked veterans following a wreath-laying ceremony at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Ceremonies this year also paid special tribute to America's few remaining World War II veterans. It also comes just one day after the 250th birthday of the U.S. Marine Corps. Well, here at home, several events honored our veterans as well. And Fox 2's Scott Walczak live in Royal Oak with a look at the ceremonies across Metro Detroit. Scott.
Hey, Charlie. Yeah, happy Veterans Day to everybody out here watching. We're here at Memorial Park where they unveiled the Rosie the Riveter statue. But first, I wanted to show you this right here. Check it out. Somebody actually left some sand from the beaches of Normandy here at this memorial, and let's go take a look over at the Rosie the Riveter statue. This is so cool, and one of the amazing things, this is actually designed in the likeness of a Rosie that we have done plenty of stories on, Frances Masters. Take a listen.
This dedication really means a lot on Veterans Day because we remember those that served in the armed forces during World War II, but the Rosies helped make that service possible.
A dedication and unveil of a new Rosie the Riveter statue in Royal Oaks Memorial Park. The statue based off Michigan's own 103-year-old Frances Masters, a Rosie who served at Willow Run.
I'm really thrilled to have that statue. I mean, little me, working the Willow Run. I said, first of all, I don't know if anybody knows that Marilyn Monroe was a Rosie. Did you know that? But they got her instead of me.
Humble and heroic, Frances honoring our veterans.
I want to thank the veterans. Veterans Day.
Another way to say thank you, how about a walk-in shower to help a veteran living with disability?
I can't get in and out of the tub very well because of my knees. It's a precarious situation just stepping out of the tub.
That's why Jacuzzi stepped up to honor Wyman Stewart, who served in the Army, with a brand new walk-in shower.
Not only easier, safety concern, it's safer. I've ripped down the towel rack, stepping out of the tub, and now I have, they're putting in safety bars for me. So, yeah.
How's it make you feel?
Great. This is a life-changing experience for me.
And not far away, a remembrance at historic Elmwood Cemetery.
May this event provide a space to honor the sacrifices and contributions of U.S. veterans to protect our state and our nation.
Of course, we want to thank all the veterans and active service people out there who have fought for our freedoms. And right now, you are looking at that Rosie the Riveter. And I got to say, I think that they did a spectacular job on this. What do you think, Charlie?
It's fantastic. I love that. You know, I know that you've been out to a lot of areas today talking to veterans. Is there anything that you found from talking to veterans that they learned in the military that they use today?
Oh, you know what? That's a great question. You know, it's one of those types of things where I'd have to think off the top of my head. It's not like that was the specific question I asked them. I was more like, how's it feel? You know, everybody's excited. In the military, I want to say, you know, I think that it teaches people a lot about life, right? You see that in the way that when you meet these people, it's the way that they conduct themselves, right? You might want to say by the book, but they just kind of have it together. They've got authority. They've got some responsibility. I think that you see that those types of things have been ingrained in the people who served our country.
I think that's well said for just thinking off the top of your head there. That's fantastic. Scott Walczak, we appreciate it. Thank you. Get inside. It's cold out there.
Thanks, Charlie.
All right, thank you. Appreciate that. All right, tonight we invite you to join us as we salute our local military heroes and those those who have served. It's Fox News' annual tribute to our troops. The Veterans Day special brought to you commercial-free by Gardner White, and it airs tonight, 6:30, right here on Fox 2. Captain Rich Ludeman, first of all, thank you for your service.
Thank you, Chad.
But there's got to be something that you've learned in the military that you take today, don't you?
Discipline and structure.
There you go.
I mean, think of all of the, workplaces and the work environments that require discipline and structure, and that's why many companies hire veterans, because it's there already. So I have to quickly mention 3 places I were over the last few days. I was in Troy today for a veterans event. Thank you to Troy. I was downriver for the Marine birthday last evening, and then I was with Ford employees yesterday near the train station. So a good time for me, a great time for me, and we thank our veterans every day.
Good for you.
Every day.
Thank you.
Let's talk about the weather. I'll tell you what it is. You
that.
saw it from Scott's live shot. It's cold out there. It's brisk and it's cold. No sunshine. Plenty of cloud cover. There are some flurries crossing the area, but this is a very weak system as it's quickly racing off to the east. Look at these numbers. 32 for us, 34 Cadillac, chilly around Chicago at 42. Then you factor in the breeze, and some of us have wind chills down as low as 21 for Ann Arbor, Jackson, Adrian, 21s wind chill. That's pretty harsh. 23 up there in Pontiac. Some live pictures right along the Detroit River. That's Belle Isle in the middle of the picture, and you can see it's quiet. It's just cold. We're going to get down to 31 with that breeze that continues, and then right there is what's coming next. No big warm up tomorrow, but we will see moderating temperatures starting Thursday with some sunshine. How about a check of the weekend numbers coming up in 10?
I'm Ingrid Kelly in Detroit, where a school community is working to feed members of its community. The story next.